Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on New Zealand Sports Radio. Hi, I'm Paul and I'll be your host this morning. In the news today, we've got international cricket action. We'll bring you up to speed with some of the news in the Super Rugby Aotearoa. We've got squash and snow sports news from Kiwis doing well overseas. Bring up to speed the basketball, the best the NBA and the NBL. Football action in the A-League, and we'll also round off how the PGA Golf was going, and even have a chat. Finish off by having a chat about the beach volleyball as well. This is your best way to start the day, up to speed with all of the important sports news, and let's kick off with that cricket action. And as you heard on Swinging from the Hip, it is the first test between the Sri Lanka versus West Indies. Swinging from the Hip last night, and actually coming to you Monday at 8 p.m. every single week. Sri Lanka were all bowled out for 169 in day one, and the West Indies are currently batting now and are 133 for 5, chasing that. So still trailing by 36 runs, but with 5 wickets in hand, even though they have just lost a wicket as Carl Myers is caught by the silver off the bowling of Lakmal there. So we'll obviously keep you up to speed with how that's going over the next few days. Also in the cricket, we have the second T20 today between New Zealand and Bangladesh at the Hagley Oval down there in Christchurch. Obviously, we'll bring you that result tomorrow here on the morning sports briefing. Let's come off on that volleyball. It's the tour finals of the beach tour there, and in that one, the O'Day brothers won the final, beating Nicklin and Hartles in that one, and Tilly and Shauna Tilly and Kerwin won the women's event, beating Zimmerman and Fitzy in that one as well. In the women's side, they have been changing partners during the season to keep it interesting. That's the partnership that won that one in the end, winning that the 23-21, so very tight, 19-21, 17-15. The men's one also very tight, went to 3 sets as well, 12-21, 21-18, 16-14 to finish in that one. Moving on then into the PGA, and to wrap up the Honda Classic over there in the USA. Jones won that one at 12 under par, 5 shots clear of Hagley and then the chasing field. No Kiwi reps in the representatives in that one this week. Staying over there in the States for the NBA and the basketball, and the Pelicans were in action with Steve Adams' side yesterday. They were up against the Denver Nuggets, who took it out a good start, leading the first quarter by 8 points. But the Pelicans came back in the second quarter to lead at half time, 58-51 in that one. So a good fight back by the Pelicans, who went on to win 113-108. This was off the back of 30 points from Brandon Ingram and 30 points from Zion Williamson. There, Steve Adams chipped in with 4 points and 13 rebounds in that one to beat the Nuggets. Other key results from yesterday: the Suns beat the Lakers 111-94. Remember, LeBron James having that ankle injury there. The 76ers beat the Knicks 101-100. So just a 1-point win there, a really close one in overtime in that one. And those are the key results from the 10 games yesterday. Looking at the table, what does that mean then? The 76ers are still atop of the Eastern Conference, ahead of the Nets and the Bucks. On that side, just one game separating the 76ers from the Nets, so really tight at the top there. Over on the western side, the Jazz leading the Suns, who have overtaken the Lakers now with that win. And that's a 2-game losing streak from the Lakers, and not a good sign for them. Pelicans down in 11th place on that one. Moving on then to, staying with basketball, over in Australia, the National Basketball League, we had just one game yesterday as the Wildcats beat the 36ers 92-82 there, meaning the Wildcats still top the top of the table with 11 wins and 4 losses so far, ahead of Melbourne United. The Breakers down in 8th place will next be in action on Thursday evening against Melbourne United, who are in 2nd place. So a tough game for the Breakers coming up next. Let's head overseas back to the States for the final half-pipe World Cup of the season, where Nico Porteous and his brother were both, Miguel, were both in action in the final of that one. It was a snowy start today, which meant the half-pipe was running slower than usual, so they had to sort of dial back some of their some of the tricks on that one. Nico Porteous took the bronze medal in that one to finish off his season. Great one, going well there. He was leading after the second run, but couldn't nail his final run as he was overtaken by Aaron Bluck from the USA and Brendan McKay from Canada. Miguel, his older brother, was finished in 9th place on that one over there. So great results from the snow sports recently. Moving on then to the squash, and in the squash, Paul Cole made it through to the 3rd round, beating Nicholas Muller 11-6, 11-8, 12-10 in that one. Paul Cole, currently the ranked 4th in the world in squash, doing fantastic there from in that one, from Greymouth originally. So he won on, and I think just coming in, we have had an update on the his 3rd round game, where he was up against former world number 1 Gregory Gaultier of France, and Paul Cole won that one 11-3, 11-7, 7-11, 11-4. So more to come on that one. Let's hear him after his 3rd round win, and I'm sure we'll get hopefully we'll get an interview or hear the interview from his quarterfinal win tomorrow.
Yeah, Nicky came out well on the 3rd there. I thought I was going to run away from it at the start, but he hung strong. He can hit some winners, so easy off the volley. So such a dangerous player right to the end, and very happy to close it out in 3.
Got quite a tough match up next. We've just seen Gregory Gaultier ahead of you. Did you manage to catch any of that game?
I've seen a bit of the first. He's playing really well for his age. It's incredible, just how he keeps going and playing at such a high level. So really looking forward to the match tomorrow. It's going to be very tough. He's super experienced, still very, very high quality. So, but really excited for it.
What aspects of his game have you watched over the years that you sort of admire and that you will be wary of?
Yeah, I think he's one of the best movers in the game. So you've got to be careful moving the ball around. He gets on it very quickly, and he's got one of the best backhands in the world. So it's going to be a big battle down that side, and just have to look out for that backhand kill that he loves so much.
And this one's from Joey in the commentary box. He just wants to know what's going on up there above him in the bedroom, doing some squats, some deadlifts, sort of around midnight 30.
Yeah, I did some push-ups today because I've been bursting with energy. I've been so excited to get out there, and last match, 2nd day, so just jumping around, doing a few push-ups and whatnot in there. But if he can close his door like a normal human being and doesn't wake me up at 8 a.m. in the morning, it'd be great.
There we go. And as we say, as we heard, he did go on to win that one. He's up against the Egyptian 6th seed, Marwan El Shabagi, at 4:35 tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning. So we might have that result for you in the morning sports briefing tomorrow. Moving on then to the A-League, and don't forget to join the Knicks newsletter tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening at 9 p.m, where there'll be a watch along with their game against the Melbourne Victory. Yesterday, Melbourne City took on Central Coast Mariners, beating them 2-0. Central Coast Mariners top of the table there, taking that loss to what is now 4th place Melbourne City. So a really good result there for Melbourne City in that one, joining that really tight chasing pack now behind the Central Coast Mariners in that one. Moving on then to the rugby, and in the rugby, a couple of sightings have happened for the Blues, with both Ofa Tuangafasi and Kurt Eklund have been sighted. So we'll have to wait and see what the outcomes of those are. Kurt Eklund with his suplex kind of WWF or WWE move on Sevu Reece, and Ofa Tuangafasi with the clear out where he clipped Scott Barrett's chin. So we'll have to see what the outcome of those hearings are. You have now started the day the best way up to be with all the important sports news. Don't forget to join us at 8 p.m. this evening for the Driving Maul Show and for all of the hot topics in rugby.